We would like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We would like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We would like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time where the passport bros. We would like to welcome you to everything there is to know. This is our life, this is our time. It's the passport, bro. Show. What is going on, brothers? What is going on? It's your dude, Mr. International Passport. We have a great show ahead. A lot of reactions, a lot of discussions. But first and foremost, how's my audio? You can press a one in the live stream chat. Who's here? Who's in the building? Is my audio clean, crisp, and concise? Yeah, let me know right now, please. How's IP's audio? Mayday, check 1 2. Check 1 2. Who's here? Who is here? London 158. Appreciate you, bro, for confirming. Who else is here? Frank A in the building. Jerry in the building too. Awesome. So, couple ones in the chat. Audio's clean. Audio's crisp. Production quality is as clean as a. I'll keep it PG. So, brothers, before we get into the live stream topic, okay, first and foremost, please like the stream. That'll be greatly appreciated. Support the channel throughout tonight. Hit the super chats, hit the PayPal. Any donation is greatly appreciated. That'll be greatly appreciated. Okay. And of course, ITIT is the industry to be in if you want to be a passport bro. So you can book your IT consultations with me by the Calendly link in the description box below. Okay. Aside from that, shout out to my current Python course members. Shout out to you, brothers. Keep working hard. Aside from that, you can join the Patreon for intel on stocks, crypto, and how freaky foreign women are in the bedroom. Okay, go and check that out. Also, get your cop the merch, get you a t-shirt, get you a hoodie, get something, support the movement. That'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get straight into it, okay? I've got a couple clips to react to and articles to read in regards to DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The big thing that is taking over the mainstream media currently. Okay, so you can see, okay, the live stream topic is: should black men be scared? Trump and companies are shutting down DEI. Okay, so this has been a very hot topic. Okay, DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. If you don't know what that is, you've been living under a rock for the past several years. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, right, and I'm going to show you a video. Okay, I'm going to break down: does DEI actually benefit black men? Has DEI ever benefited straight heterosexual black men? Let's check it out. Okay, so let me share my screen over here. Let me just pull up my video file, and let's go to the folder itself. Okay, so DEI cuts. Okay, major corporations across America are cutting DEI. Why is that? Let's break it down. Okay.
The retailer, the latest company to
Let's go.
Big changes announced today at Target. The retailer, the latest company to end its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies. NBC Business and Data correspondent.
Target, big company. Even I know Target, and I'm in the UK, and they've cut their DEI programs. Who else?
Brian Chung joins me. Brian, what have you learned about this move?
Yeah, Lester. Well, the company announcing today that it would be scaling back and ending its 3-year DEI policy, which would include making changes to a supplier diversity program that sought to increase the amount of products in stores from black businesses. Now, in a memo to employees that was seen by NBC News, the company cited the evolving external landscape as the reason.
The evolving external landscape. Now, I want you guys to remember that, okay? And that tells you that these corporations are never for the people, all right? They follow what is trending. That's why never fall in love with corporations. They're not your friends. They will never be there for you. Cash your check and go the F home. Okay?
This is a major turn for a company headquartered in Minneapolis, the same city where George Floyd was murdered in 2020, sparking a wave of corporate initiatives on DEI. But now Target joins the likes of Lowe's, Walmart, and McDonald's in scaling back its policies.
Target, Lowe's, Walmart, McDonald's, big corporations that have rolled back their DEI policies. All right? Say no game.
Companies still defending theirs. Microsoft, Apple, and Costco were just yesterday more than 98% of shareholders rejected a proposal to pare back their DEI policies. A resounding vote there, Lester.
All right, Brian, thanks very much.
So you just seen, right? Major corporations in America, right, have done a complete 180, okay? And they are removing their DEI policies. Now, if we take it back to 2020, right, when unfortunately George Floyd was brutally murdered on the street. After that, a lot of these companies had so-called sympathy. And we started seeing, all these DEI policies, right, that were supposed to benefit Black people. And we have to debate, right, if DEI actually even benefited Black people, and specifically straight heterosexual Black men. And of course, we will discuss that throughout today's stream, okay? But that is the backstory to DEI, okay? George Floyd gets brutally murdered, unfortunately and unjustly. Companies so-called feel guilt, and they start rolling out DEI policies during 2020 and 2021. Okay, so why is this happening? Okay, now let me stop sharing my screen over here. Remove from studio, and let me show you an article that I have here for y'all. Okay, I'll show you real quick. Okay, so we have share screen. Okay, so you can see here, right? Okay, it says here, Pam Bondi instructs Trump DOJ, aka Department of Justice, to criminally investigate companies that do DEI. So it's coming from the top. Trump, the US government, and the people around Trump are vehemently against diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Okay, it's coming from the top, the commander-in-chief and the people around him. That's Trump right there. That's Pam Bondi, and that's Clarence Thomas, the judge, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so it says here, right, on Wednesday evening, newly installed Attorney General Pam Bondi sent staff in several divisions of the Department of Justice more than a dozen memos within a 15-minute span, right, laying out the agency's new policies on issues ranging from reviving the death penalty, okay, to targeting sanctuary cities, to enforcing a strict return to office policy. Okay, but specifically within that memo, okay, it says here, Trump's widespread efforts to destroy any traces of initiatives that will create inclusive and diverse workspaces, otherwise known as DEIA. Okay, the memo claims that it will target public sector diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility initiatives for potential criminal investigation. Okay, criminal investigation, right, could happen to corporations who have diversity, equity, and inclusion schemes. Okay, it's coming from the top, right? And if we peel even deeper into this memo, it says here, okay, Bundy's Justice Department is teeing up an all-out assault on fundamental First Amendment rights to speak, organize, and associate. Okay, the memo headed with the subject line ending illegal DEI and DEIA discrimination and preferences. Okay, going on from there, Bondi has given those departments until March 1st to submit a report with the recommendations to encourage the private sector to end illegal discrimination and preferences, including policies relating to DEI. Okay, So DEI is being attacked left, right, and center. And it's not just corporations, all right? They're even going beyond corporations. They're even targeting the education system, okay? Let's carry on even further from there, okay? The memo then asks for listed businesses, sectors of concern within the Department of Justice, and the most egregious and discriminatory DEI and DEIA practitioners in each sector of concern, okay? It goes on to say over here, Bundy says the DOJ will be working with the Department of Education to make sure that universities are in compliance with the administration's new anti-DIA mandates. So even universities are catching strays here, okay? Public companies, private companies, universities. Trump and his people around him, okay, they want DEI gone, right? It's gone. Mega corporations are peeling back. Now, when I was researching this, right, Google, Microsoft, and all these other big companies, they push back, okay? But now I think Google has agreed to Trump's and the US government demand as to no more DEI, right? No more DEI. Okay. Now let's let's see more data in regards to DEI. Okay. So let me stop sharing my screen over here and let me share my screen on the another article. Okay. So it's pretty serious here. Now we will get to the part where does DEI right help out straight black men? Okay. Now let me just show you over here. Okay. This is how serious it is. So let me share my screen. Okay. Let me get to the article. Okay. Here we go. So now we see, right, the big corporations are now cowering to Trump. Present, share screen, share screen, share screen. Okay. So now you can see here in this article, right, it says here, Google defends scrapping AI pledges and DEI goals in all staff meeting. So Google is also getting rid of DEI or some parts of DEI. Okay. Google execs gave employee details on dropping the company's promise against weaponized AI and nixing diversity goals. Wow. Okay. So it says here, right? Melanie Parker, Google's former head of diversity, said the company was doing away with its diversity and inclusion employee training programs, okay, and updating broader training programs that have DEI content. Ooh, it was the first time company execs have addressed the whole staff since Google announced it will no longer follow hiring goals for diversity and took down its pledge to not build militarized AI. So Google is saying, listen, we're dropping this DEI stuff. Okay? We're dropping it. It says here, right? Google's chief exec, Sundar Pichai, said the company had always deeply cared about hiring a workforce that represents the diversity of its global users, but that the firm had to comply with the rules and regulations of where it operates. So that's essentially talking about America, right? With Trump in power, Trump wants all DEI gone. Our values are enduring, but we have to comply with legal directions depending on how they evolve. Every major company, right, is bowing to Trump. Okay? So if we go on even further over here, it says here, okay, last week, Google joined Meta and Amazon. So not just Google, but Meta, aka Facebook and Amazon, okay, in shifting away from an emphasis on a culture of inclusivity in order of policies molded in the image of the Trump administration. In addition to removing mentions of its commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion from filings with the US Securities and Exchange Commission, the company said, key point here, it would no longer set hiring targets for people from underrepresented backgrounds. Oh, it's about to get hot. It's about to get hot. It's about to get hot. One more time for the culture, for the people. The company said it would no longer set hiring targets for people from underrepresented backgrounds. Liberals don't like that, bro. Liberals ain't gonna like that. Okay? Now, it now begs the question, right? Okay. Did DEI benefit black men? Did DEI benefit straight black men? Well, guess what, right? Hold on. Men lie, women lie, but one thing never lies: numbers. Numbers never lie. Let's check out the numbers of DEI. Let's check it out. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm gonna bring some stats over here because you think I'm playing here. Did DEI benefit black men? Let's see. Okay. So, what group of people did DEI benefit the most? And anyone have any ideas in the chat? Any ideas? Let's see. Okay. Let's see who DEI benefited the most. Okay. Because some of y'all scared, right? Yo, IP, they're coming for us. IP, DEI, DEI. Who did DEI benefit the most though, bro? Let's see. Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. Okay. So let me share my screen over here. Share screen. Share screen. You can see over here. Okay. Ooh. We have a white woman in focus here. Why white women benefited the most from DEI programs? Straight black men never ever benefited from DEI. So whether it stays, whether it goes, I don't care. And neither should you. Straight black men, straight heterosexual black men never benefited from any so-called DEI programs. White women, rainbow people, non-black people benefited the most from DEI programs. But the number one group of people that benefited the most from DEI has been Becky. You can see Becky right here on my screen right now. Okay. Becky benefited from affirmative action more than black people and DEI more than black people. The fact that DEI actually came from the death of George Floyd, right? If I'm not mistaken, okay, a black man that was deleted on the street, on camera, and white women benefit the most of policies like that. That's spooky. Get rid of it. So whether DEI stays or goes, right? Straight black men never benefit from that. Let's break it down, okay? Some Americans are shocked to learn that black people are not the primary beneficiaries of diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. Because for many, these policies are synonymous with discussions about race. While companies voluntarily adopted policies to address racial discrimination in the workplace during the 1960s and 70s, okay, they were also designed to help a number of marginalized groups, including religious minorities and veterans. White women have benefited the most from DEI programs. While women remain underrepresented, okay, at every stage of the corporate pipeline. A McKinsey study estimated that it would take 48 years for women to achieve gender parity, while only 22 years for white women to achieve this milestone. Companies that uplift white women to leadership positions are often applauded for advancing diversity, even when they fail to extend opportunities to Black women and men. So, again, straight Black men have never benefited from diversity, equity, and inclusion. So, why are Black men scared? Hey, IP, they're taking away DEI. It's over for Black people, IP in the US. Bro, you never benefit from DEI. It's for white women, number one and foremost. White women are the main beneficiaries of DEI. And to me, that makes no sense because white women are, are from the offspring of white men. They're the same race. So how are white women underrepresented? And why do white women, right, take up almost all of DEI programs? Let me tell you this, right? It goes back to my original point. It's always about race in this world, bro. They will never do anything beneficial for Black people. Ain't no reparations coming, bro. Ain't no DEI for straight Black men coming, bro. Any sort of programs, white people have to get a cut. And they made it that white women get the most cut out of DEI programs, not straight Black men. How many straight Black men do you know that benefit from DEI, bro? How many straight Black men do you see are the CEOs of companies? How many straight Black men do you see are directors in companies or managers or some sort of big job in a company? Very, very small. But I see a whole bunch of rainbow people, a whole bunch of white women, right? A whole bunch of, Asian people, Indian people in these positions. But I don't see straight Black men. What does that tell you, bro? And that proves my point. Since private companies decide if, when, and how these programs are applied. So the problem with DEI, right, is that there is no single set rule. There's no sort of law or, manuscript where it says straight Black men must benefit. Black men must benefit. Private companies and public companies will run their DEI program how they like. So if one company wants to hire all white women or promote white women under, DEI, they can do that because it's their company, right? I have seen in my own two eyes, right, white women literally get 3 promotions, bro. 3 or 4 promotions in like a year and a half or in 2 years, bro. Just white women. But the Black man working long hours, bro, getting, studying hard, being respectful, and he gets nothing on a DEI. He gets no love. And y'all talking about being scared up on this mofo. Hey, IP, they're taking away DEI. It's over for brothers in America and in the West. Brother, wake up and see the forest for the trees, bro. Wake up and smell the coffee, bro. DEI was never for Black men. So whether it stays or whether it goes, it don't affect me and it should never affect you. Peep game here. So let's break it down a bit further, okay? Selecting, right? So, okay, let's see now. The outcomes have not satisfied the goal of advancing racial equity. I agree. Black men are in the same position in 2025 as they were in 2020 when George Floyd got deleted. Selecting white women to fill leadership positions produces a more favorable public image. Yet, when companies avoid the more challenging objective of fostering racial diversity, they undermine the value of diversity, right? Research has indicated that while increasing women's overall representation is necessary, okay, it's insufficient for addressing the challenges of color, the challenges women of color face navigating professional careers. What about straight black men? What do you mean? What about straight black men? In other words, hiring more white women does nothing to address racial inequities or construct a more inclusive environment. And I agree with that. Has your life, tell me what sort of DEI policy has benefited you? I don't know. Definitely not me, bro. So, on top of white women benefiting the most from DEI policies, they were also the group most likely to benefit from affirmative action policies. Yo, white women are eating heavy, man. So they have DEI on their side. They also have affirmative action on their side too. So they have two schemes working for them. White women have two schemes working for them, bro. I thought DEI was supposed to be for black people. I thought DEI was supposed to be for black people. And the thing is, right, when white women get in power or leadership positions, they never look out for black people and black men specifically. You know what they do? They hire other white women. And have you noticed that in HR, right? Press someone in the chat, right? Why is HR always all white women? Have you noticed that? Why is HR, right, always all white women? Am I going crazy? Tell me if I'm going crazy, because I swear, like in most companies that I've seen, HR is always white woman. There you go. How do you think? And it's always HR business partner, HR, HR partner. So it's white women hiring other white women, giving them HR business partner titles, and then white women who are being hired by DEI will hire other white women for DEI purposes. Again, where are straight black men in this conversation? Where are straight black men in this conversation? Ain't no DEI help me. Ain't no DEI help me. So what the hell do you mean that black men gotta be scared because Trump coming from DEI? DEI, whether it stays or goes, has never ever benefited black men. Right? Never. Like, there will never be a policy that will benefit black men, or even maybe there could be some for black people in general, but oftentimes straight black men, straight heterosexual black men are excluded, okay, right, from these conversations. Let's carry on here, okay? So, however, the fact that white women benefit the most from DEI programs makes it clear that each group faces distinct challenges and is afforded disparate levels of support in mitigating injustice. While white women often face resistance to their inclusion because of sexism, okay, they do not carry the burden of racial discrimination that black women and other minorities do. That I agree with. White women don't go through what we go through, bro. In fact, white women are the most privileged group of women on the face of planet Earth, and they know it. White women are extremely privileged. So why is DEI benefiting them, bro? Why? Why is that, bro? DEI should be for me. It should be for you. Because guess what, right? I come from the hood. I come from the gutter. I've had to flip burgers. I've had to work late nights. I've had to do shift work, right? To pull myself up from the streets, from the hood, from poverty. White women ain't going through that, bro. So where's my DEI policy for IP? Where's that, bro? Where's my DEI policy for IP? Where is it for straight black men who go through hell in the West? DEI only started coming out when George Floyd got deleted in Minnesota. Okay, right? So why is it not benefiting people that look like George Floyd, aka straight black men? And that's what I'm saying here, man. DEI has to go. Every single part of DEI must disappear. And I don't care who it affects. I don't give a damn if it affects white women and other people. It's meant to be for us, and we never got any benefit from DEI. How many of y'all got promoted in the last 2 years? No, be real with me, bro. Be real. Be flipping real, buff. Be real with me. Be real. Press the 1 in the chat if you got promoted. Press the 2 if you have not been promoted in the last 5 years. I know plenty of brothers in my circle, right, that ain't never been promoted, bro, in the past 5 years since DEI. But white women getting promoted, rainbow people getting promoted, Indians get promoted, Asian get promoted. Straight black men ain't getting no promotions, bro. But I thought DEI was supposed to fix that. I thought DEI was supposed to create more black leaders, more black execs. How many black CEOs in the Fortune 500 right now? 1? 0? How many black male CEOs in the Fortune 500 right now in 2025? Cuz black American men, black American people make up 13% of the US population. What? 30% of 500 is, what's that? 11? No. Yeah, 11, right? So there should be at least 11 black CEOs in the Fortune 500 because of DEI. I thought DEI was supposed to give us more black CEOs, more black directors. I don't see nowhere left, right, backwards, forward, center. I don't see that, bro. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't try and get me scared about DEI because I see online a lot of black women crying about DEI going away, right? A lot of liberal black male simps crying about DEI going away. Wake up and smell the effing coffee, bro. DEI never, ever benefited black men and was never for us. So I want every trace of DEI to disappear from planet Earth. And I don't give a damn who it affects. Because when y'all were in power with DEI, y'all never looked after black men. Y'all never promoted black men. Y'all never checked on black men. Y'all never uplifted black men in the corporate space. Y'all got in power, y'all got your DEI positions, and you only hired other white women or other rainbow people or other minorities, but never straight black men. So guess what? The whole flipping structure needs to flip and burn, bro. Every single inch of DEI needs to disappear, bro. I don't want to see no company in America or any other country do any DEI nonsense. Let it crash and burn. Get rid of it. No games anymore, bruv. And for all you liberals who crying about that, get out of here, bruv. We don't care. Cry more. For all you liberals crying about that, for all you for all you simpish black male liberals crying about DEI, Cry more, bro. Cry more. The whole system needs to crash and burn. No more DEI. It don't benefit straight black men. I thought it was supposed to benefit black men, black people, but they pick and choose, these corporations. They don't want to see black men rise. They don't want to see black men become CEOs. They don't want to see that, brothers. Now, how about we check out Microsoft DEI's program? Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing my screen over here. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen at my some stats here from Microsoft. Okay, DEI must crash and burn, right? I want DEI wiped off the face of planet Earth. I don't want to see no companies doing DEI, because if it don't benefit black men, then we don't want it. If it don't benefit black men, okay. So now I'm gonna show you, right, who DEI benefit. And shout out to CNN, right, for keeping it real here. Okay, so present, share screen, and share screen. Okay, so CNN says here, and this is fake news, right? This title: DEI programs benefit many groups, not just black and brown communities. Listen, DEI never benefited black people. I'm gonna make it very clear. If it did, it only benefited rainbow black people, black women, and that was it. It never benefited straight black men. Let's get that clear, CNN. Okay. Now, going on from there. Okay. So it says here. Okay. Now, white women have been one of the biggest beneficiaries of diversity programs in the workplace, which is crazy. White women are 49% of the US population. Why on earth does DEI even apply to white women? Listen, right? Let's keep it real. If DEI was truly legit, right, and they wanted to so-called uplift women, right, then even I admit black women, Native American women, Latina women, right? Those are women that are clearly, right, underrepresented in leadership roles or director roles, etc. And these are very small groups of people in the US population. So it would make sense, right, if there was some benefit for them by DEI. But why are white women, who are 49% of the US population, benefiting of DEI? That's wild to me. So if you're going to give women a fair shot, it says here, right, many companies have launched initiatives to give women a fair shot at leadership roles. But why white women? So hold on right there. Pause, right? Every group of people has eaten off George Floyd. Hold on. Let's keep it real here. Let's keep it 100. Every group of people, apart from straight black men, have eaten heavily, have got their belly full, have had 5-course main dishes. They've had potatoes and steak as a starter. They've had hibachi as the main course. They've had souffle as desserts. They've had their drinks, right, as pleasure. So basically, every group of people have eaten off DEI and the death of George Floyd, because DEI, George Floyd, simultaneously, DEI exploded after George Floyd's death. White women have taken advantage of DEI after George Floyd's death. Who else did? Okay, now it says here, these people did. This particular community here, right, also benefited heavily from DEI. What's that got to do with the death of George Floyd, though? What does this community here have to do with the deletion of George Floyd and DEI? Crickets. Crickets, right? Crickets. And this as well, right? Why is everyone eating off black men? It seems to be a this as well, right? So if you want to now, I'm not against this at all, right? But in my opinion, it should be separate. It should be separate. I'm not against, right, empowering, right, people who may not be able-bodied. I'm definitely never. I am not against that, right? But in my opinion, there should be separate things for different people. DEI, from in my personal opinion, was supposed to be for black people. So everyone else is just eating off that. Veterans too. What's going on? Again, I'm not against this at all, right? But how about you have something separate for veterans? Again, it's a common theme here. So, part one, affirmative action, right? Affirmative action was supposed to be for black people. I swear down, affirmative action was supposed to be for black people, and everyone has eaten off that. So any time there's some sort of benefit for black men or black people, everyone else eats of it. But how many black people eating off, the stop Asian hates bill? Did that apply to us? I get a lot of hate as a black man in the West. Where's my bill? Where's the stop black people hate bill? Has any black person benefited from the stop Asian HAT bill? Hell no. But I guarantee you a lot of Asian people have benefited from DEI programs, particularly Asian women, right? So everyone is eating off the black man's, right, food in his hand, right? But they ain't showing us love. Now that right there is why DEI gotta go. DEI gotta go. DEI has to go. Has to go. Has to go. It gotta go. Now, let me pull up some stats here, right? Okay, let's see over here. Okay, let me pull up some stats. Got an article here. Okay. Whew. Everyone eating off brothers, right? But we can't eat off them. That makes me mad, bro. That makes me mad. Now, again, so I'm going to share with you Microsoft's diversity and inclusion report. Okay. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. So here's Microsoft's diversity and inclusion report, right? Okay. And it says here, okay, right, let's see. Via the DEI programs, right, women have benefited the most from DEI, particularly white women. 6.6% of US Black and African American. Is that it? Is that it? There's 15% of Black Americans in the US. And you're telling me only 6.6% in Microsoft. What? In fact, representation of Black and African American employees decreased. It decreased. while every other group increased. Every other group increased. So again, this is proof that DEI has been a failure for Black people. Get rid of it. For women, increased. Hispanic people, increased. Women, increased. Right? Disabled people, increased. Military, increased. Indigenous people, increased. So every other group of people had increase in representation, leadership, but for Black people, it decreased. Yeah, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Shut the whole thing down. Shut the whole thing down. Get rid of it. At this point in time, the playtime's over. Okay, we've had enough of other groups of people eating off, right? Brothers, policies that are meant to be right for brothers. We done. Nah. Brothers, you can see here representation of Black and African American employees. This is even Black African, right? Because we know there's African people and Caribbean people in America. This here is US Black and African American, right? Our brothers, right, in the States. It decreased in Microsoft, even with the whole so-called DEI stuff. It's a scam. It's a scam. So as I end my segment here, okay, on the lies and the nonsense of DEI, I'm happy it's going away. Okay? I'm happy it's going away. And if you disagree, okay, then you need to wake up and smell the coffee. It will never, there will never be a policy that will benefit straight Black men. And if it did, every other group of people are going to eat of it. So we're done. We're done. Okay? So as I end this first part of the stream, before I start reacting to some content, okay? Should Black men be scared? I don't think you should. Whether DEI stays or DEI goes, it never ever had any sort of benefit for straight Black men. So whatever happens to it, when I see companies cutting it down, I want to clap for them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Get rid of every single trace of DEI in America and in the West. That's how I feel about it. Okay? Awesome. 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 So before I open up the phone lines, let me react to some content for this week. Who's here in the building, man? We got a very busy. I'm back. Fast Football Show is back. I had a very busy couple of days, but we're back officially. How's everyone doing? Everyone good? Who's here? Type 1 in the chat. If you're still here with me, type 1 in the chat, bro. If you're still here with me, type a 1 in the chat. Okay? Who's here? Who's here with me? Andrew, also Black in the building. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right. So Sage in the building, Bruce M2, Demetrius. Hell yeah, this is a great stream so far. Okay. So now let me pull up some content to react to. Present video file. Okay, so let's check this out over here.
Bedroom apartments.
So, brothers, okay, the passport bro movement continues in 2025. Freedom, getting into IT, doing my Python course, doing Fio's cloud course. Okay, you need to get out the West. Okay, and you can see here in this clip, I'm going to show you the kind of life that people, expats, are living abroad when they get their passport.
Welcome, come on in. This is my 1-bedroom apartments.
So that's a 1-bedroom apartment that he pays for at $544 per month. That's insane.
Starting off, we have a pretty small kitchen right here, and we have our dining room section. Everything here was actually pre-furnished, so I didn't have to buy any of this stuff. The tables, the couch, it all came with the condo.
That's crazy. So the couch, the table came with the condo, and it's that cheap. Only in Thailand. Now, how many of y'all can get that kind of deal in America so far, where you're paying just over $500 and it comes furnished, the property, with table, chairs, etc., etc. Now, IT passport bros is freedom, bro. When you go abroad, things are a lot more cheaper, and the quality is even more better than you experience in America.
Over here, I'll just chill with my dog. We have our entertainment area here. Now let me actually show you the 1-bedroom. We actually have
Yo, that's insane, bro. 1-bedroom, views of the city as well. And it only cost that much? It only cost that much? Oh my bro.
have a pretty nice view of the city. We're here on the 9th floor. And we have a pretty basic restroom, nothing particularly fancy. And now let me show you some of the amenities.
No way. There's no way this costs just over $500. And you have a pool, you have a nice view of the city, right? It comes furnished. Yo, get into IT and get over there to Thailand as soon as possible.
Pretty decent pool. I rarely ever use this pool, but it's just nice to have, and sometimes come out here, chill, get some sun in, and kind of enjoy the scenery. Let me show you the next amenity. We have a pretty small gym, not particularly.
Oh, bro, and it comes with a gym too. Wait, so okay, let's now unpack it right. For $544 a month in Thailand, you can get your own spot, no sharing. It comes furnished with a couch, TV, a table, right? 1 bed, right? I think so. And then you have a view of the city, and it comes with a pool as well, and a gym for that much a month. Yeah, remote work, IT will get you out there. This is insane.
Fancy, and I rarely ever come here, but I mean, it is nice to have, and you're able to get some work in, so honestly, it's not too bad. I used to live in a very luxurious, very modern condo, but it was very, very small. So nowadays, I actually prefer to live in slightly older, outdated buildings that have much more space.
Facts. Like come over here to the UK, right? Studio spot will run you easy over $1,000, almost $2,000. It's small, right? You're confining that space. Whereas you go abroad, you're paying for cheaper, you're paying for bigger, but it's cheap too. It comes furnished, right? It comes furnished. You got a nice view. You got a pool too. Yeah. I mean, if you're not thinking of becoming a passport bro after seeing this, then I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, bruv. Look at the views, right? This right here is freedom. This is freedom. Some of y'all are thinking, IP, how can I get out there? What can I do? Again, IT, remote job, book your IT consultations with me, and you can get out there, right? And you can live that life. I know plenty of brothers who are in Colombia, who are in Thailand, who are in Malaysia, Japan, etc. They're earning US dollars, right? And they're living large out there, saving money, spending money, right? Effectively, and the dollars go far, bro. Yeah, you can also start a business too. Brothers, this is the life, man. This is it. This is the life, bruv. Don't you want to live that life? Don't you want freedom? Right? Look at this. And you can tell he's a lot more happier in Thailand than he was in America. Traveling really will open your mind up to many things, man. Imagine earning 10K a month, right? In IT, right? Imagine earning 10K a month, 10K a month, and then you're only spending just over $500 a month on your apartment. You can save a lot. You can do a lot of things. You can put money in investments, etc., etc. This is why IT, passport bros, okay, and picking a good career that will allow you to remote work like IT. I keep plugging IT, but IT can and will get you out there living that kind of lifestyle. Okay, get your passport, and this too can be you in the near future. Incredible, absolutely incredible. Okay, so next one to react to. Okay, move from studio. Now let's react to this over here. Okay, video file. See.
Great call.
So Trump has had a call with Russia in regards to ending the war, and I'm very happy about that. This war needs to end. It needs to end. But let's hear what Trump says.
We had a great call, and it lasted
A call with Putin. Okay, President Putin of Russia. Let's see what he says.
for a long time, over an hour this morning.
It's the first time we're hearing directly from Trump on this call that he had with President Putin today, the first confirmed call that we know of between the U.S. president and the Russian president.
Now, within the first month of Trump's office, right? Within the first month, right? He's making these kind of calls. He's doing a lot of things within his first month. That's what we want. That's what I want to see. That is what we want to see. Get the job done, Trump. Right? Get moving. And he's doing that. He's not waiting 6 months from now to call Putin or whatever. Let's get it done now, and let's get a ceasefire and peace. Awesome.
Since Trump took office a few weeks ago.
President Putin said that he wants it to end. He doesn't want to end it and then go back to fighting 6 months later. We talked about the possibility, I mentioned it, of a ceasefire so we can stop the killing. And I think we'll probably end up at some point getting a ceasefire.
Awesome. Awesome. So, again, have to salute Trump for, trying to end this war. This war has been terrible. Obviously, a lot of lives lost, but the impact of this war on the world economy, inflation, right? We can't even go to Ukraine, right? And Russia has been devastating. Okay. Once this war ends, I think stocks will go up. I think crypto will pop off. Okay. This war needs to end. Let's see.
In the not too distant future.
Now, of course, the timeline here is a real question, Jake. President Trump pledged on the campaign trail to solve the Ukraine war in one day. And now the question is what this is going to look like and how negotiation is going to go down.
Come on, he won't solve it in one day, but be smart there. Come on, right? It will take maybe a couple of weeks, couple of months, but at least discussions are happening to end the war. Okay, because these wars have a huge impact on economies, inflation, cost of living, and we're tired of it, right? We're tired of it. Okay, it needs to stop. It needs to end. Okay, and we need stocks and crypto to start popping off because once it ends, I've got a strong feeling the markets will go through the roof. And if you're investing in the markets, this might be your way out of the West. It may get you some nice funds to maybe buy a house or put it down for a deposit or break out the matrix, whatever. But this is the way forward. Okay. Not trying to encourage more fighting, not trying to encourage more animosity, but speaking to the right people to end this war. Speaking to the right people to end this war. Shout out to Trump for reaching out to Putin to end it. Biden Biden, didn't go this hard. But Trump in his first month in office, is getting the job done, and I love it. Okay? This war ends, economies will get better. We can start traveling to Ukraine and Russia again. We can start being passport bros in those particular countries, and we'll see what happens. Okay? End this war, and let's get a ceasefire this year, within the first month, if possible. First 2 months, first 3 months, get it done as soon as possible, please. Thank you very much. Awesome. We need that ceasefire. So, next one to react to. Okay. So, I'm going to just share my screen over here on my Instagram. Okay. And there was a very interesting study here. Okay. Let me pull up my IG. Okay. Present, share screen, and share screen over here. Okay. So it says here, right? Okay. Nearly half of young men age 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out on a date or for her number in person. That's insane. So let's carry on reading over here. A study by Date Psychology found that 45% of men aged 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person, indicating a major change in traditional dating behaviors. In contrast, 74% of women aged 25 and below express a desire for more in-person approaches, pointing to a clear discrepancy between male hesitation and female expectations. Okay. Ooh, I got a lot to say about this. Okay. First off, right, let me clap for these young men. Nearly half is not enough. I want 100% of men to never ask out a woman in the West or get a number. Don't date Western women, okay? These young men are seeing that Western women are not worth it. Being a passport bro is worth it. Because, these Western women, okay, will not respect you. They'll look down on you, okay? They will have high expectations of you. They will run your pockets, for the cleaners. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. Now, some may be socially awkward, but I do believe a good substantial amount of dudes are seeing their surroundings. Why waste my time dating or trying to attempt to date women in the West? Okay. And even the fact is, right, if she does give you a number, a lot of West women never call you back or message you back or leave you on red. And I know a lot of dudes that have been through that, where they cold approach chicks to get the numbers, but they never ever get a response back. They never ever get a response back. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Never. Okay? So why waste time in the West? Why? So we carry on further, right? It says here, okay, over 70% of women aged 25 and below express a desire for more in-person approaches. That's cap. It is extremely dangerous in 2025 to be cold approaching Western women. If you do so, she might call the cops at you. 911, 999. You see, Western women, right, love to fib. Lies. Right? A lot of them don't want to be approached. And if you do approach them, okay, they'll give you attitude. They'll look away. They'll walk away. They'll call you creepy, right? They'll make some sort of scene. Don't cold approach Western women in the West, bro. Don't cold approach them. They don't deserve to be cold approached. So men who are in the West right now should be going all out in self-improvement, skincare, right? Lifting, going to the gym, IT certs, education, thinking right, eating right. Basically, be self-improving so when you go abroad, you are the best man out there. Use the West here for educational purposes, for making money, saving up, investing. So when you go abroad, okay, you're your best man. You're the best man you can be. Don't do it for these Western chicks. Don't date them. Don't look at them, right? Avoid them. Don't listen. Like I tell you, right? There are only 5 phrases to say to a Western woman: good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and goodbye. Nothing less, nothing more. Okay? That is what you should be saying to Western women. So the next time I read this kind of stats, I want to see 100% of men have never asked a woman out on a date or for a number in person. That's good. We want these men to not waste their time and energy on Western women. I mean that. I mean that from the very bottom of my heart. It's not worth it. Okay? Western women are not wifey. There's problems dating them, and you're saving time and effort not dating them, not asking for their numbers. It's not worth it. The culture is messed up in the West. It's so messed up. It's over. It's messed up. It's over. And it's not because these dudes are on Discord all day or they're playing video games. They're seeing it play out in real life. They're seeing on social media just how much women are screwing over men in the West. They're seeing it left, right, forward, center. They're seeing it. Dating is over in the West. For you brothers, it should be a moneymaker for you. It should be for education. It should be for self-improvement. The West is not for dating. So shout out to these young brothers who have seen the light. Continue ignoring Western women. Don't you ever, ever date them. Okay? Awesome stat. Awesome. Okay, so next one to react to. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's react to, let's see. Okay, so this is an interesting article. Okay, hold on. Very interesting article. Let me pull it up for y'all. If you're here, type in 1 in the chat. Who's here? If you're here, type in 1 in the chat. Let me get some water. Damn. Okay, so this article here, right, it's going to shock you. Okay, and this is where the West is heading down to. Okay, it's over. It's over. Dating is so bad in the West that people are resorting to this kind of activity. Okay, so let me put it up for you. And this is why, again, every time we see something bad in the West, Passport Bros is the solution. I don't care what none of y'all say, but I swear down, right? Passport Bros is life-saving. It's life-saving. Okay? It really is. So I'm going to share my screen over here. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Okay? So it says here, right? Okay. Sam Altman's World Network says 1 in 4 people are flirting with chatbots online. So human beings are flirting with AI chatbots. Gentlemen, we are officially living in a dystopia. We are living in a weird Western world right now. Okay. Sam Altman, and that's the CEO of OpenAI, okay, World Network surveyed over 90,000 users on AI and dating. It found that 26% of people flirt with chatbots, knowingly or not. What the flip? So, when the movie Her debuted in 2013, I remember that movie, it's plot about a man falling in love with an AI operating system seemed, if not wholly original, a vision of the distant future. About a decade later, though, relationships between AI chatbots and humans are becoming more commonplace. So, dating is so bad in the West that human beings are now in relationships with AI chatbots. Dating is so bad in the West that human beings, okay, are now, right, having relationships with AI chatbots. I blame Western women. Western women, y'all caused this. Western women caused this, bro. This is insane. Take Replica, a dating app launched in 2017 that lets users create customized romantic chatbots. By 2023, it had about 676,000 daily active users, with the average user spending 2 hours a day on the app. Okay, it's not only Replica. Romanticizing a chatbot is becoming a global phenomenon. Flipping heck. 1 in 4 people admitted to flirting with a chatbot, either knowingly or unknowingly, according to a survey conducted by Sam Altman's futuristic project. What is going on in this world, bro? What is going on? The majority of respondents said they are still wary of interacting with bots. Okay. Okay, cool. So it says here, right? Okay. Yeah, you know. So, bruv, what's going on? What is going on? Okay. I'll tell you what's going on. Okay. It's the fact that dating has gotten so bad that you're better off getting companionship and love from an AI chatbot. No, now, I don't agree with that, but I can see why some people, some men are opting out for that. So are opting for that. So you can't be a passport bro. You can't get out the West. You know you're surrounded by Western women who are horrible to date. So what do you have? This AI chatbot that keeps you entertained or, loved. I can see why this might be a big thing in the future. Because governments, the Western government is not addressing the problem that feminism has caused, ratchet ghetto culture has caused, okay, and polluted the minds of women to the point where men feel like they've had enough and they can get love and compassion from AI chatbots. We are officially in dystopia right now. 10 years from now, the West is going to be a very weird world. The West is going to be a very weird world. I would not be surprised walking down the street, you're going to see female robot, human man. You're going to see a human man with a female robot holding hands. I wouldn't even be surprised because Western women are just so terrible to date that, it's worth just buying a female robot, customizing her, as how you want her to look, and then she's your girlfriend. So yes, dudes will have robotic female girlfriends, and women will have robotic male boyfriends. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's coming in the near future. That's how bad dating is right now. But for us as passport bros, okay, we know the solution. That's getting our passports, right? And that's getting out the West. That's getting out the West. That is getting out the West. I ain't dating no robot. I am not dating no robot. And you know, I am not right flipping romanticizing no AI chatbot. I want a real life woman, and I will get her abroad. Okay? That's it. That is it. Passport is the solution, passport bros. But I have to admit that a lot of dudes, right, cannot become passport bros. They're not in IT, okay? They're not doing some sort of remote work, right? They may have child support. They may be tied down to Keisha in the West, and I feel sorry for them. But if you're free right now, if you have no connections, no commitments, you wanna be abroad, okay? Because it's about to get really spooky in the West, real spooky, okay? So stop sharing, okay? Next one to react to. So let me see over here, okay? Okay, so let's see here. Got some Japan news. Hold on. Let me get some water. Okay. So, Japan. Present, share screen. Okay. So it says here, right? Why Japan is clamping down on host clubs. Okay. So a host club is a very popular type of club in Japan where you have a male host, okay? And he entertains a female client that might be, you know, drinking with her, laughing with her, and in many cases, getting down with her in the bedroom. Okay, but now it says here Japan is clamping down on host clubs. Okay, women flock to bars for attention from male hosts, but slippery payment systems lead to huge debts. Okay, so the whole hostess clubs, male clubs are big business in Japan. For hostess clubs, that's a female hostess that has, you know, a male client. She entertains him, drinks with him, laughs with him, and of course, in many cases, gets down with him in the bedroom. Okay, so it says here, okay, host clubs where male staff, okay, pamper and flatter female guests are booming in Japan. Japan is a very lonely society, and I will explain that in my upcoming live streams about Japan. Okay, some 21,000 male hosts work at 900 of these lucrative establishments, but opaque prices for drinks and a slippery debt system have attracted the attention of the authorities. Said on Seeing Japan, and one business has already closed. Okay, what are host clubs? Host clubs are the alternative version of hostess clubs, where female staff offer drinks and flirtatious attention to male customers. Okay, so it says here, right? At host clubs, attractive men known as hosts entertain female patrons, engaging them in flirtatious conversations over drinks and food at sky-high prices. Okay, so let me tell you this, right? Japanese women, right, are paying premium money, okay, to cure their loneliness. I'm talking hundreds. And Japan, right, even though salaries are quite low, there are some very rich women out there who are lonely, extremely lonely, and they go to host clubs to cure that loneliness. They will spend money on a dude, buying drinks, etc., etc. It's a very interesting country. Okay, it says here, right? Um, the men often wear makeup, pause, like K-pop stars, and refer to guests as hime, princess, and offer them a break from reality. SCX is not part of the bargain, and though it could happen somewhere else, clients are usually seeking psychological rather than physical intimacy. Okay, it's a big thing out there, bro. Big thing. Now it says here, right? Host clubs have been accused of exploitations, with venues overcharging for drinks and manipulating clients into racking up huge tabs. One club charges 6,000 yen, around £30 for a bottle of Perrier sparkling mineral water, which usually costs less than 500 yen, £2.50 at supermarkets and online stores. Oh my gosh, bruv. Yo, that's a finesse, man. That's a finesse. One client told The Economist that her favorite host would ignore her and fiddle with his phone when she refused to order champagne. I would spend more money because I didn't want him. She didn't want him to dislike her. She wanted his attention, she said. Some women go to extraordinary lengths to feed their host habit, and a study found that among women arrested for selling SCX at a popular pickup spot, over 40% were being trying to earn enough cash to go to host clubs. So this host club stuff, right, in Japan is mega popular. Like I mentioned, right, women are paying bank to dudes, okay, to not be lonely. Women are paying bags of money. I saw it out there in Japan, okay, and it's still a very popular culture and thing out there in Japan in 2025. What's being done? Okay, it says here on 20 May, the Tokyo Metropolitan Public Safety Commission closed the doors to Love, a host club in Kabukicho. Kabukicho is it's like a really sleazy place where a lot of particular activity goes on out there. Okay, the host was arrested and accused of facilitating the selling of his female customer after driving her into a debt of 10 million yen. Flipping heck, using the on-sale credit system. Bruv, tell you man, Japan is no joke. The system called Yuri Kakekin sees a host offer to shoulder customers vast fees for drinks and services sold on credit. The tab adds up, okay, forcing some customers into selling themselves to pay off their debts. Flipping heck, bruv. That's messed up. Although the payment system isn't illegal under current law, a national outcry over abuses has led politicians to propose additional restrictions on the businesses, with the industry scrambling to promise it'll self-regulate. Yo, so basically, women are going broke to cure their loneliness. That's a whole moral of the story. And because, they're so lonely and they're spending money, they go broke and they do some things to get the money back, etc., etc. Okay. Now, how do I feel about this? I don't believe anyone should be going to any host club or hostess club. Okay. Um, these kind of things in Japan are very sleazy. I've been there. Okay. Right. And I know dudes who have been to hostess clubs. I know dudes that have been there. They get scammed. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. I know that loneliness is a big thing that's happening throughout the world, but you got to stay strong, right? Because loneliness can make you do stupid things. But you have to stay strong and figure out ways to cure your loneliness. No, that is the only way around this, right? So women that are spending hundreds of pounds, thousands of pounds to do it, it's not sensible. Okay, and let me tell you, right, brothers, right? Japan is no joke. Even though it's happening to women in Japan, it also happens to dudes who go to hostess clubs, right, and are borrowing bags of money, right, on particular woman in these clubs. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Okay? It's not worth it. Okay. Awesome. So let's see what else is here to react to. Okay. Another Japan article. Let's check it out. Let's see. Okay, so now another article from Japan. Present. Share screen. Share screen. So it says here, right? Okay. Why so many marriages in Japan are sexless and what you can do about it. Okay. It says here, okay, and this is actually a big problem in Japan, right? There's many marriages where a lot of action isn't getting down. The Japan Family Planning Association reported in 2024 that roughly half of all marriages in Japan are sexless. That's insane. Participant surveys cited long work hours, child rearing, and a sense that married sex is plain old mendokusai, bothersome. Damn. and a lot of you dudes, right, are simping for these Japanese chicks. Again, in my upcoming streams, I'm going to expose Japan, right, that will just shock you brothers, as reasons for giving up on getting busy. But does this trend hold true even in international relationships? And what can you do to bring back intimacy if the sex has stopped in your marriage? Damn. Sexless marriages in Japan. Okay. So a 2024 survey by Japan Family Planning Association found that nearly half of married individuals, 48.3%, okay, reported being in sexless relationships, okay, defined as having sex less than once a month. How does that work? Sex, how do you have, okay, so, okay, yeah, that makes sense. This is up, right, 31.9% in 2024. That's still a lot. What's going on? Showing a steady decline in marital intimacy in Japan. Wow, 80% of Japanese men express interest in sex. 40% of women said they weren't interested at all. You're telling me that 40% of Japanese women are not interested in getting busy? What the flip? The reasons for sexlessness also differed. For men, the top complaints, okay, was a disinterested partner. For women, right, they said sex was simply too much hassle. Nearly double the percentage of men who felt the same. A side effect is infidelity. Okay, modern day cheating culture in Japan is complex. Wow, but tact approval of discreet extramarital affairs is not uncommon. In other, damn, flipping heck. In Japan, it may just be one outlet that allows couples to hold a family together. I'm telling you, man, that y'all who are thinking Japan is some sort of paradise, you need to wake up. Why don't Japanese women want sex? Let's see. Okay. Of course, every relationship is different, but there's no denying that sexless marriages are a widespread issue in Japan. Yep, I heard that too. Yep. Many foreign men struggle to understand why. See, foreign men. So not only are Japanese men, right, okay, experiencing this, but also foreign men. Also, foreign men are going through this. Many foreign men struggle to understand why their once affectionate partners seem to shut down after marriage or kids. Theo said that. I remember Theo saying that many streams ago. I'm telling you, man, like a Japanese woman, the best woman for y'all. Think twice. Okay, think twice. Is it a cultural difference? Okay, a biological factor, or is it just a unfortunate side effect of modern life? Okay, Japan's brutal work culture doesn't just affect salary men; it's exhausting for women too. Many wives work full-time jobs only to come home and take on the bulk of household chores as well. Research shows that Japanese men contribute less to housework than their counterparts in Western countries, leaving many wives feeling overworked and underappreciated. In fact, the OECD found that Japanese men do the lowest proportion of housework chores of all nation surveys. So, when bedtime rolls around, intimacy isn't a priority. If a woman is already exhausted, the idea of sex can just feel like another chore on the list. Interesting. Huh. It says here, right? Okay. Let's see. Motherhood changes everything. Okay. If a marriage slows down in sex, having kids can bring it to a screeching halt. Yep, Theo has mentioned that. It says that, let's see. Many Japanese couples stop seeing each other as romantic partners after kids enter the picture. Spouses start calling each other as Otosan dad and Okasan mom, reinforcing the idea that their relationship has evolved into something purely parental. For many foreign husbands, this cultural shift can be a shock. And that's what I'm saying, right? Okay. Are Japanese women the best woman for you? There's problems there. It's not perfect. Japan and Japanese women are not perfect. Some of y'all need to get that. You need to understand that very clearly. Okay. International marriages and sex in Japan. This can be a shock for foreigners starting a family in Japan. Okay. While most expect intimacy to take a hit, they also assume it will return over time. But for many Japanese couples, once you become mama or papa, the romantic spark has gone for good, leaving some foreign spouses facing unexpected and frustrating reality. Ooh, ooh, brothers. Yeah, this is very important to know before marrying a Japanese woman, before moving to Japan if you're interested in doing that. This is a thing that's very in their culture, and you know you have to be aware of that. And that's why I'm saying, like, Japan isn't some sort of perfect utopia, right? You have to, before you move to a country, you have to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. You need to know what's going on out there, how the women are, how could things change in a marriage. And this seems to be a common theme that I hear, right, with marrying a Japanese woman. So I'm just saying, look out for that and go out there and be aware of this particular issue. Okay. Awesome. You see, and guess what? It also even affects foreigners, not only Japanese men. Okay, I've been hearing that, yo, if you're a foreign dude, you're good. Listen, it also affects foreigners too, right? So, you know what it is, man. You know what it is. Okay, so now let me bring up another article to react to. Okay, so let's see some crypto news. Let's see. Crypto. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. So it says here, right? Bitcoin falls to 95K as altcoins decline amid unchanged US interest rates. Okay. So Bitcoin on Wednesday, February 12th, showed a dip of 2.43% on international exchanges. With this, Bitcoin is trading at a price point of 95K on global platforms as per coin market cap. So what's the reasons for this, right? So it says here, the overall crypto market dipped after Fed Chair Jerome Powell said that there is no such rush for the US to cut interest rates for the time being. Okay. Post Jerome Powell's comments on House Financial Services Committee Digital Assets Focus Panel, Bitcoin has taken a beating. Okay. And and all eyes will be on the CPI data to take today now to see whether we might see a rate cuts in the upcoming FOMC meeting. Okay. Now, not only has Bitcoin dropped, as we can see, okay, it says here, other crypto assets like Solana, Binance Coin, Dogecoin, Tron, Shiba Inu, and Stellar also tumbled in their prices in the last 24 hours. The overall crypto market dropped by 2.81% over the last day. Okay. So it says here, the crypto market is evolving rapidly, and we're witnessing a dynamic transition where diversification and innovation are leading the charge. Okay. As the market continues to mature, strategic positioning and careful attention to both established and emerging assets will be key in navigating this space. I definitely agree with that. Okay. So crypto, Bitcoin going up and down. Okay. Now, there's a very important concept in the world of investing. When there's blood in the water, you buy. aka when there's a dip, you buy. Okay. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. But I do believe the bull run will happen. Okay. I do believe it's coming. Now, I may be wrong, but again, this is my personal opinion. Now, whenever there's dips, you want to buy the dip. You want a DCA called dollar cost averaging. Okay. Now, throughout this channel, throughout my videos, I've mentioned numerous coins. I mentioned Swift Coin, right? The other day. I mentioned Jasmy last year. Okay. Now you can go on my Patreon and see other crypto coins and stocks that I recommend. Okay. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your personal research. But whatever coin you're interested in, right, or whatever coin you want to buy, it may be a good time. It may be a good time to start buying now. When it's low, you buy. Okay. The crypto market will go up and down, and you can see it's down now because they're saying that interest rates may not change. So I think we're all waiting for lower interest rates. That means there's more liquidity in the market to invest, to hire people, etc., etc. Okay, so the crypto market follows the financial market to a degree, but that doesn't mean you give up on crypto. Okay, if you believe in it, you DCA, you dollar cost average. Okay, yes, Bitcoin's down, certain altcoins are down, but that means there's blood in the water. You want to buy particular coins that you're invested in or you're interested in. Okay, now again, things take time. There may be interest rate cuts coming in the future. There may be other catalysts in the future that may make Bitcoin and crypto pop off again. We don't know, but 2025, I believe, is the year for things to start shaking and moving. Okay, so again, DCA, do your research. That is all I can tell you about crypto so far. Okay, for this week. Awesome. So let's see next one. Okay. So I'm gonna bring up another article here. Let's see. Now, okay. Let me share my screen. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. So it says here, right? Okay. Reddit stock falls after user growth disappoints. Why some analysts are still bullish. Okay. Now, Reddit stock, okay, in my opinion, again, I'm not a financial advisor here, but I think that Reddit stock could be a massive game changer for Passport Bros. Okay. I think it really can. Reddit is a big corporation. A lot of people use Reddit. There's a great use case for it. It has a lot of data. Okay. It has a lot of information for AI and partnerships with other social media corporations. Reddit has a lot of potential. Okay. Now let's see what happened this week in regards to its earnings. Reddit stock fell Thursday following a Q4 earnings report that showed slower than expected user growth. The strong performing IPO stock paid its losses throughout the day. However, analysts offered bullish commentary. I definitely agree. So it says here, Reddit said late Wednesday that it averaged, right, 101.7 million daily users during the December quarter. Okay, that missing analyst average projection of 103, and the market didn't like that. The market reacted by selling off some Reddit stock. Okay, but again, I think that this company has great potential. Okay, it really does. So it says here, Chief Executive Steve Huffman told analysts Wednesday that the company had to adjust around changes from a key source of traffic. Late in Q4, we did experience some volatility from Google search triggered by a periodic algorithm change. Okay, but traffic from search recovered so far in Q1 and we've gained momentum. Great. Okay, an analyst with Morgan Stanley who is bullish on Reddit published a client notes Thursday called "Buy the Google Blip Dip." I agree, right? So Reddit is down, okay, from what, 8% from its top earlier this week. Buy the dip. When there's blood in the water, you want to buy the dip. It says here, right? Given the importance of user growth to the long-term multiple, and this reminder of Reddit's sensitivity to Google changes, which happen regularly, this miss may create pressure on the name until Q1 earnings in an extreme case. If this happens, we are buyers of Reddit, as we believe this is not a major change and believe that Reddit's relationship with Google remains strong. I agree. Now, I'm not sure about y'all, right? But when you search for something on Google, do you now type Reddit next to it? So let's say you want to make some sort of food or dinner. Okay, do you type how to make cake Reddit? And then you see all these Reddit posts as to how to make cake and people discussing that. Well, a lot of people do that. Okay, and that just shows you the great relationship between Reddit and Google. Google actually, in my opinion, needs Reddit. Reddit has a lot of data, a lot of people commenting, and it benefits Google to leverage Reddit, and it also benefits Reddit to leverage Google. Okay, so it says here, coming into the reports, Reddit shares soared more than 300% in the last 11 months since the company's IPO. That's crazy. That's insane, bro. Okay. But the user growth was the only notable setback. Reddit's earnings of 36 cents per share in the December quarter beat expectations of 25 cents per share. Okay. Meanwhile, sales grew 71% year over year to 427.7 million. Okay. That marked a 68% growth in the third quarter and beat estimates of 405 million. Reddit has potential, right? Reddit has a lot of potential, in my opinion. So it says here, users adding Reddit to Google searches. I just spoke about that. Okay. So it says here, right? Reddit's relationship with Google is something that investors have been watching closely. Okay. Google helps funnel users to Reddit. Okay. But Hoffman acknowledged on Reddit's third quarter earnings call that in October, Google and its algorithms can give and take it away. Okay, interesting there. Okay, so it says here, our teams have navigated numerous algorithm updates and did an excellent job adapting to these changes effectively, Hoffman said. This particular swing was interesting, though, because we saw a corresponding increase in the query term Reddit, which suggests users are searching for the specific intent of reaching Reddit, and this propensity continues to rise. Yes, people will search for something and then type Reddit next to it. Okay, Reddit has a wealth of information. Okay, and I think that this stock is a stock that Passport Bros should be looking into. Okay, prior to Wednesday's late slide, Reddit's rally has been powered by strong advertising sales growth and moves to boost revenue through data licensing agreements with AI developers, OpenAI, and Google. So they got advertising they're making money from. They got contracts with OpenAI, Google, and I'm assuming future AI companies in the future. Okay, so Reddit here has potential. Analysts with Piper Sadler maintained their bullish outperform view following the reports, telling clients late Wednesday that the issue with Google sounds to us like an aberration. Okay, Reddit remains a favorite name, and we continue to see upside to estimates driven by strong user growth, data licensing ramping, new ad products, and industry-leading incremental margin. Okay, so, bruv, Reddit, right, could be an important stuff for Passport Bros. And that's why it's important for Passport Bros to be in IT, to be investing, to be traveling, right, to be making, moves, right, in different angles, crypto too, okay, right? Reddit could be an important stuff for crypto. So for Passport Bros, or even people in general that want to invest in Reddit, okay, or in the stock market. So I just say again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I say look into it. It's on a dip right now. When there's blood in the water, you buy the dip. Okay. Awesome. So let's react to the next one. Let's see what's here. What else can we react to? let's react to this one over here. Okay, so let me share my screen. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. Okay. So it says here, right? 4 reasons tech jobs are still booming despite recent Microsoft layoffs. Okay. Again, I'm a tech bro. I'm an IT bro, and I encourage passport bros. I encourage people in general to get into tech and IT for remote work, for freedom, etc., and for traveling. Okay. So it says here. Okay, so this article here gives out 4 reasons, okay, why the tech market and the tech jobs are still going strong. It says here, while headlines about layoffs at Microsoft, Meta, Google, and others may raise concerns, broader labor market data tells a different story. I agree. Now, these big companies, right, Microsoft, Meta, Google, they are playing their own game. Most people will never work at these big companies. Okay, so I don't think you should worry about them at all, unless you really want to go for it. There are small companies, there are medium-sized companies that are still hiring and offer great career opportunities. Okay, so it says here, big tech layoffs are mostly about restructuring. Okay, smaller companies are snatching up talented workers, and many laid off professionals are finding new tech jobs quickly. I agree with that. So the whole tech market is not just the big tech companies like Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, etc., etc. There are more companies outside that scope. Okay, way more companies. So it says here, right? The first part is the influence of AI. Okay, so it says here, AI is reshaping jobs and not just eliminating them. I agree with that. AI is actually creating new jobs. Okay, it says here, AI is playing a big part in the reasons tech jobs are still booming. I agree. Okay, it's creating new jobs. It's allowing you to use AI amongst your job as well and making your job a lot more efficient. The tech market, the tech labor market is adjusting, not collapsing. Digital expertise remains in high demand, and companies that proactively evolve their workforce alongside AI will emerge stronger. I agree. AI will create jobs, AI will make your jobs easier, etc., etc. That's how I feel. Okay, and this is definitely a right article. Digital transformation. Okay, Locknorth said the digital transformation underway means every business is becoming a tech business. That's a fair point. I agree. They all need to use computers, Microsoft Word, etc., cloud, right? And there's jobs in that, right? Banks need apps, manufacturing plants, right? Use smart tech, and restaurants use digital ordering systems. Even small businesses need websites and digital tools, and that there creates jobs. That creates jobs. So the transformation extends to non-profits and other organizations. It also means the need for tech professionals who can come in and lead the way. Facts, absolute facts. You see, I agree. Industry growth areas. Loke North further said that tech is not just about big companies. I just said that. Forget about Google, Amazon, Meta, Facebook, whatever. Okay. Focus on medium-sized companies, other large companies, other small companies. They're also going to be hiring for people. Okay. These big companies, these big tech companies operate on their own games, and they are not the norm. Healthcare tech is booming. Remote work tools need consistent development, and startups keep popping up with new ideas. Plus, tech consulting firms are expanding. Okay, so don't worry about what you see about layoffs, etc., etc. Look at what other companies are doing in the tech space. Okay, every company is not Netflix, it's not Facebook, it's not Google, it's not Amazon, it's not whatever big tech company. There are smaller tech companies, right? And there are even companies, right, that are not even tech companies, but need tech people, like manufacturing, like education, right? Like finance, like the finance industry, right? You know, like the media industry. They need tech workers. And that's why it's still going to boom for tech people. Meta, Amazon, Google, Microsoft do not represent every other company. They operate in their own rules and their own margins, and you shouldn't worry about this at all. Okay, the industry is still booming and will be booming for the foreseeable future. IT and tech is the future, okay, and is the best industry to get into in 2025. Awesome. Next one to react to, okay. Press 1 in the chat if you're still here. Who's here? Type on 1 in the live stream chat if you're still here. I'm going to get some water. I'll be back. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Present. Share screen. Share screen. Share screen. So it says here, right? Some tech news. Meta layoffs hit globally, but Europe's labor laws shield some workers. Now, the thing about Europe, right, is that it has a lot more stronger employment laws than America. Okay, America is just it's weird, just a weird country, right? You know, the way they do things, especially with employment laws, with at will firing, which is just in some cases messed up. And this is where Europe wins for a lot of workers. There's a lot of strong, worker rights in Europe. So it says here, right? A leaked internal memo revealed new layoffs at Meta commencing Monday, February 10th. This follows broader tech layoffs impacting employers globally. While Meta's layoffs have impacted employers in many regions, workers in countries with strong labor protections have remained largely affected. Meta has commenced in its latest round of layoffs, impacting approximately 3,600 employees, or 5% of its workforce, as the company continues restructuring efforts in 2025. The job cuts, which the company has characterized as targeting low performers, are part of what Meta leadership has described as an intense year ahead. While layoffs span multiple regions, workers in Germany, passport destination Germany, France, Italy, and the Netherlands are reportedly exempt due to labor protections in those countries. Okay, Germany is very popular amongst passport bros, and there are very, very strong employment rights in Germany. Maybe move out there. That might be a potential. That might be for you brothers. According to Meta's most recent earning reports, The company employs over 72,000 people. Okay. And going on from there, okay. Meta's workforce reduction is part of a larger pattern of layoffs affecting major tech companies in early 25. Google, Amazon, and Microsoft have also announced significant job cuts in recent months, citing cost optimization, restructuring, and AI-driven work reallocation. Okay, and these are all big tech companies. A lot of small companies, a lot of medium-sized companies are not doing layoffs. Okay, so that's the risk of working at Google, Amazon, Microsoft. All right, they have these layoffs quite often, and yeah, you can make money, but you never know when you could be laid off. Okay. While artificial intelligence offers companies new avenues for efficiency and cost savings, it has also contributed to concerns about job displacements. AI will create new jobs, and AI will also help you do your job more efficiently. Okay, it's just an excuse for these corporations to, to do their layoffs. Okay. Let's see. It says here, European labor law limits impact of exceptions. Unlike in the US, where layoffs can be executed swiftly, several European countries have stricter labor protections that make large-scale job cuts more difficult. If a company with over 300 employees plans to lay off at least 30 workers within 30 days, it must follow extensive consultation and notification procedures. Some EU countries have even lower thresholds for triggering these protections. Germany, for example, stringent employment regulations require companies to negotiate with workers' councils before terminating employees. Win, 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 win. Okay? So, you're seeing, right, the difference between Europe and America. Now, I think there's benefits and negatives to both, right? One benefit in living in America and working in America is that America pays way more than in Europe. So you can make a lot of money in America, and if you invest that money wisely, you can actually grow your wealth, etc., etc. So that's one thing I give America. However, you can be fired at any time, right? There's little employee protection laws for Americans in America, whereas in Europe, right? Okay, in Europe, one negative is that Europe doesn't pay well like America. However, okay, some jobs do pay decent in America, in Europe in tech. But one positive is that it's very hard to fire people in Europe. So you have more employment protections. Now the choice is yours as to what works for you. Do you want to earn as much money as possible? That's America. Do you want to have job safety? Then that's Europe. Okay. Again, and that's a personal choice there. So I thought that's interesting in terms of this Meta layoff and how they can't do it in Europe. It just shows you, right, if you really want to get out of America, Europe is a possibility. Middle East is a possibility. Japan also has strong, employment laws. And so you have options. You really have options. Okay. Let's see this over here. Okay. Well, big news. Okay. Got some big news coming here. Okay. So let's see. Present, share screen, share screen, share screen. So it says here, right? Okay. South Korea ends 7-year ban on crypto investment, opening institutional doors. Right in time for the upcoming bull run. Let's go. Let's go. It says here, right? South Korea lifts virtual ban on institutional crypto investments. The rule change would allow registered institutional firms to open accounts on crypto exchanges. The FSC plans to build a more inclusive crypto regulatory environments in light of new developments. Awesome, great news. The South Korean Financial Service Committee, the chief financial regulator, has lifted the ban on institutional crypto investments. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Okay. And this was originally a 7-year ban. The South Korean financial regulator has lifted a 7-year ban on institutional investments amid growing demands for crypto investments products around the globe. Under the new rule change, South Korea intends to permit companies listed on the local stock exchange to trade virtual assets, including cryptocurrencies, on a pilot basis in the year's second half. Let's go. Okay. The decision followed the regulator's third virtual asset committee meeting, which they decided to gradually open up institutional participation in the virtual currency market by permitting firms to open real name virtual asset accounts over time. Ooh. Currently, only retail investors with registered accounts can access the crypto market. Although institutional ban was not a direct order, the FSC has previously advised banks to prevent institutional entities from accessing trading accounts on crypto exchanges. This is great. This is great. Okay. So that means, okay, corporations, institutions can invest in cryptocurrency. This is all good news for the upcoming bull run. Okay, this is all good news. So crypto is now becoming more adopted. Okay, and South Korea is a huge crypto hub. South Korea is a very, very huge crypto hub, right? And they've now opened up for corporations, institutions to buy crypto. What does that mean? It means prices go up. Okay, it means that it's funny how the market is low right now, and now they want to allow institutions to get in. So think about it, right? Now, certain things are manipulated to allow companies to get in. That's why, in my opinion, don't give up on crypto. Have a strategy, be patient, and DCA, because now that it's low, institutions are buying up. I think institutions are buying up some crypto right now that it's low, before the parabolic bull run that's coming very soon. Trump's on board with crypto. Trump's administration is on board on crypto. For goodness sake, even Trump has his own crypto coin. So crypto is going nowhere. It's now being adopted. It's being accepted. We now need, okay, the bull run to happen. And this kind of news, right, when we see South Korea opening up crypto for institutional doors and investors, it's big news. It is incredible news for those who are in crypto. Okay, South Korea is a mega huge crypto hub, right? So things are now moving, right? Now moving. Be patient, DCA, have your coins, do your research, and Trump's on board, America's on board, South Korea's on board, Japan's on board. All these countries who have major economies are becoming on board on crypto. South Korea open up for institutional investors. Okay, things are lining up very well. Okay, be patient, do your research. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, and let's see what happens, man, in the near future. I'm super excited. Okay, so let's open up the phone lines, okay? So if you want to call in and chime in about the live stream topic, call in. Here we go. So here's a link in the live stream chat. Call in, and you know, let me see how. Tell me your thoughts about DEI. Do you agree with it? Are you against it? I just put a link in the live stream chat. Call in. Pin message. Phone lines are open. You can call in. You can call in. Call in. Type a 1 in the chat if you're here. Type a 1. Who else is here apart from Bruce? Type a 1. Just 2 people? Who else is here? Well, we have over 40 people watching. Who's watching? Who's here? Type a 1 in the chat. Anyone here? Type a 1. Scrabble up. Scrabble up. Scrabble up. Scrabble up. All right, if no one calls in the next 1 minute, I'm going to end the stream. Hold on. Where you from? Bum, 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 baby. Okay. All right, brothers. Have a good week ahead. And I'll see you on the weekend, okay? Peace out.